Many people believe that to have strong bones, all you need is to consume a lot of calcium. They fill their homes with milk, cheese, and supplements, convinced that they are doing the best for their bone health. But the truth that almost no one reveals can turn everything upside down. This path can be not only ineffective, but also dangerous. What few know is that calcium, on its own, does not have the power you imagine to protect your bones. In fact, when it circulates uncontrolled, it can end up accumulating where it should never be, in the arteries, kidneys, and even in the joints, creating serious problems that go far beyond the bones. And the most shocking part, the countries that consume the most milk and dairy products are precisely those that face the highest rates of osteoporosis. There is an essential vitamin, a true guardian of bone health, that determines exactly where calcium should be deposited in your body. Without it, calcium loses its function, becoming a hidden danger inside you. Want a practical tip now? Start including magnesium-rich foods in your daily routine. Seeds, dark leafy greens, and nuts are powerful sources. Magnesium is the key mineral that allows calcium to be absorbed properly, ensuring that your bones stay strong and healthy, and that is just the beginning. In this lesson, you will learn about this essential vitamin that controls your bone health, understand how it works inside the body, and discover why isolated calcium is never enough to keep your bones protected. Also, I will reveal an amazing natural recipe, capable of strengthening your bones, relieving pain, and protecting you against fractures, bone wear, and osteoporosis. Now, answer me honestly. Are you ready to take control of your health and take care of your bones, regardless of what you have gone through until today? If the answer is yes, write here in the comments. My life is sacred. Make this commitment a pact of respect with yourself and your body. And do something even more important. Pause this video now and share it with at least 3 people you love. Because those who love, care. And this information can protect those you love, even save lives. Bone loss and the first signs you cannot ignore. Most people only start worrying about bone health when the pain is already inevitable, the wear has advanced, or a diagnosis of osteopenia or osteoporosis appears. But what few know is that bone mass loss begins much earlier, silently and almost imperceptibly, often starting from the age of 30. That slight pain in your back, hip, or knees, which you may think is normal or just part of aging, can actually be the first warning that your bones are losing strength and resilience. Ignoring these signs can have serious consequences. A fall that seems simple can cause fractures in the hip, femur, or spine. These injuries not only cause chronic pain but can also compromise your mobility and independence, bringing serious risks to your health and even your life. But the problem goes beyond the bones. When they weaken, the impact spreads throughout the entire body. Pain increases, mobility decreases, constant inflammations arise, and quality of life drastically diminishes. Understanding the role of calcium in simple terms. To make it easier, let's talk directly, without complication. Think of calcium as a brick. Your bones are the walls of the house that hold everything up, and your body needs to place these bricks exactly in the right place so the walls stay firm, strong, and safe. But here's the problem. Calcium alone does not know where it should go. It is like a brick lost in the middle of the construction, without a guide or a plan. When this happens, calcium can end up in places where it shouldn't be, accumulating in the arteries, kidneys, or joints, causing serious health problems. The power of vitamin K2 MK7, the true GPS for calcium. This is exactly where vitamin K2, especially in the MK7 form, comes into play, functioning as the indispensable GPS for calcium in your body. Imagine K2 MK7 holding calcium by the hand and saying, "Stop getting lost out there, come with me, and I will take you exactly where you need to be, in the bones and teeth, strengthening your structure." But its role goes far beyond that. Vitamin K2 MK7 also acts as a strict guardian, monitoring the arteries and kidneys, firmly telling calcium, "This is not your place. You cannot accumulate here." Without this vital guidance, calcium simply wanders aimlessly, causing silent damage. It is this lack of control that causes clogged arteries, the open door to heart attacks and strokes, as well as kidney stones, joint pain, and paradoxically, weak bones. Even if you are regularly consuming calcium, now it becomes clear why so many people consume milk, cheese, and calcium supplements, yet still suffer from osteoporosis, osteopenia, fractures, and persistent pain. What's missing is the GPS that directs this calcium, vitamin K2 MK7. And this is not just talk. Several studies reinforce this reality. One study proved that those who supplemented with K2-MK7 experienced much greater bone strengthening and minimal bone mass loss over the years. Another study revealed it protects the heart by helping keep arteries flexible and healthy, reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. And where can you find this rare gem? The best source is natto, a traditional fermented soybean from Japan. However, its strong and unusual flavor makes it hard for most people to consume. It is also found in foods such as free-range eggs, pasture-raised chicken liver, meats from naturally raised animals, and carefully aged cheeses. But here's an important warning. Although they contain K2, cheese and milk, when consumed excessively, can harm bone health. They inflame the body, acidify the blood, and increase the risk of diseases, besides being unreliable sources for protecting your bones. And the truth is that today, almost no one consumes these foods in the quantity and quality necessary to ensure this benefit. That's why supplementation is the most practical and efficient alternative. How to choose the ideal vitamin K2-MK7 supplement. Always opt for the menaquinone 7 form, MK7, because it stays longer in the body, has better absorption, and delivers superior results. Prioritize certified products, free from heavy metals and harmful chemical additives. If possible, choose a supplement that combines vitamin K2-MK7 with vitamin D3. The two work in perfect synergy to strengthen your bones and protect your heart. And what is the ideal dose? For maintenance and general protection, 120 micrograms per day is sufficient. For those who already have osteopenia, osteoporosis, a history of fractures, or want more robust protection, many specialists recommend up to 180 micrograms daily, always under medical supervision. Before I share the natural recipe I promised, it is crucial that you know something essential. It makes no sense to offer a powerful method if you continue making daily mistakes that unknowingly sabotage your bone health. That's why I gathered the best teachings from orthopedists, bone metabolism specialists, and world-renowned researchers. What you will hear next are precious tips, true treasures that can transform your bone health, your quality of life, and your future. If your intention is to protect yourself against osteoporosis, osteopenia, joint wear, back pain, hip pain, knee pain, herniated discs, osteoarthritis, or even fractures that can compromise your autonomy, then pay full attention to every detail that follows. First teaching, sedentary lifestyle, the silent enemy of your bones. Let's start with the basics. A sedentary lifestyle is the biggest saboteur of your bone health. If there is something that destroys your bone structure much faster than you imagine, it is simply the lack of movement. Your bones are not static. They are living tissues that need constant stimulation to stay strong and dense. When you spend hours sitting, lying down, or avoiding any physical activity, your bones begin to weaken. Scientists have even proven this with astronauts, who, after weeks in zero gravity in space, return with an impressive accelerated bone loss. This is because, without the weight and impact of gravity to stimulate the bones, they literally atrophied. Practical solution. Include exercises in your routine that challenge your bones. It can be a brisk walk, climbing stairs instead of using the elevator, weight training, Pilates, dance, or light impact exercises, as long as you respect your limits and physical condition. Movement is vital for strong bones. Second teaching, chronic inflammation, the hidden enemy that destroys your bones. The second point, less talked about but equally lethal, is chronic inflammation. Many people are unaware that a constantly inflamed body accelerates bone wear in an alarming way. And much of this inflammation comes from the modern diet we consume daily. Products like refined flours, excessive sugar, soft drinks, ultra-processed foods, and low-quality vegetable oils, such as soy, corn, and canola, create an environment prone to silent inflammation. Not to mention the excessive consumption of industrialized dairy products, which can also worsen this condition. Practical solution: bet on a truly anti-inflammatory diet. Invest in fresh vegetables, fruits, legumes, seeds, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, free-range eggs, and naturally raised animal meats. This is the foundation for a healthy body and protected bones. Third teaching, magnesium deficiency, the forgotten ally of strong bones. Now the third teaching that few know, a lack of magnesium is practically an invitation to have fragile bones. Calcium alone doesn't work without magnesium. It is the mineral that activates the enzymes responsible for fixing calcium in the bone matrix. Without magnesium, calcium does not integrate into the bone, and worse, it can end up accumulating where it shouldn't, in the arteries, kidneys, and joints, causing damage. Practical solution: include magnesium-rich foods in your diet, such as avocado, Brazil nuts, almonds, spinach, kale, banana, and pumpkin seeds. If necessary, supplementation may be required. Prefer magnesium dimolate, glycinate, or threonate, forms that ensure better absorption. Fourth teaching, vitamin D deficiency, a crime against your bones. The fourth teaching is essential and often ignored. Vitamin D deficiency is a true sentence for your bones. This substance is not just a vitamin, but a fundamental hormone for your body to absorb calcium and keep your bones intact. Without vitamin D, the path to osteoporosis is practically guaranteed. The alarming fact? Over 80% of the world's population suffers from this deficiency and has no idea. Practical solution: expose your body to sunlight daily, preferably between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., without sunscreen, leaving your arms and legs uncovered for at least 15 minutes. If that's not possible, invest in supplementation, always guided by a professional. Fifth teaching, excessive stress and poor sleep, hidden villains of bone health. Finally, the fifth teaching, which many people do not associate with bones. Chronic stress and poor sleep quality are major villains in bone loss. Cortisol, the stress hormone, when elevated for long periods, accelerates bone degradation. Moreover, poor sleep compromises bone metabolism, cell regeneration, and hormonal balance. Practical solution: treat your sleep as a top priority. Sleep in a completely dark environment, away from bright screens, and, if possible, go to bed before 10 p.m. Invest in techniques to reduce stress. Deep breathing, meditation, prayer, walks in nature, or any activity that brings calm and balance. If you absorb these 5 teachings and start applying them in your routine, you will already be taking a huge step toward protecting your bones against chronic pain, osteoporosis, joint wear, herniated discs, and fractures that can change your life forever. The Stone Bones Formula, the ancestral secret for an unbreakable bone structure. Now, let's reveal the Stone Bones Formula, the ancestral secret that protects your bones from wear, pain, and the feared osteoporosis. This recipe holds the ancient wisdom of peoples who lived for generations with enviable vitality, maintaining full mobility and strong bones, even without access to modern resources like supplements or industrialized medicines. Ingredients of the sacred formula for strong bones: 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, white or black, true natural reservoirs of bioavailable calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc, all essential minerals to strengthen and regenerate bone structure. 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, a concentrated source of magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats, indispensable for bone growth and maintenance. Half a freshly squeezed lemon, which provides pure vitamin C, vital to stimulate collagen production, the fundamental protein that serves as a structural base for your bones. 1 tablespoon of pure honey or cane molasses, which besides offering natural energy, enhances mineral absorption and brings antioxidants that fight cellular aging. A generous pinch of turmeric, the golden root, combined with a pinch of black pepper, a powerful natural anti-inflammatory that protects the joints, reduces pain, and fights silent bone wear. 5 almonds, rich in magnesium, selenium, phosphorus, and good fats that act directly in strengthening bones and joints. Preparation method and how to consume for visible results. Place the sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, and nuts in a blender or food processor. Grind until you get a paste or crumbly texture, according to your preference. Add the honey or molasses, fresh lemon juice, turmeric, and black pepper. Mix everything carefully until the ingredients are fully integrated. Consume this powerful mixture daily, preferably at breakfast or as an afternoon snack. Once a day is enough to deeply nourish your bones and start the transformation. For those who already suffer from osteopenia, osteoporosis, or joint pain, the recommendation is to consume it twice a day, 1 dose in the morning and another at night. The benefits you will feel and see. In just 30 to 60 days, you will begin to notice a significant reduction in pain, increased energy, and an evident improvement in mobility. With continuity for 4 to 6 months, medical exams may already show an increase in bone density and a reduction in inflammatory markers in your body. The ideal is for this practice to become a daily habit, a natural ritual to shield your bones and guarantee a long, active, and unrestricted life. The true value of nature for your bones. This is a simple, natural, and accessible formula, but incredibly powerful. A secret the pharmaceutical industry will never want you to discover because there's no easy profit in it. But the value for your health, your body, and your future is priceless. The natural remedy you just learned about is only a fraction of what nature can offer. There are many other natural solutions as effective as this, but they remain unknown to most. The ancestral knowledge of natural cures, which has saved and transformed thousands of lives for generations, is slowly being forgotten, lost amid synthetic medicines and temporary solutions. Take care of your health intelligently, with the genuine power of nature and ancestral wisdom that has crossed generations. Don't postpone this decision. The ideal moment to act is right now, at this very moment. Now, tell me honestly, did this content speak directly to you? Did it make sense? Touch your heart? I really want to know your opinion. From 0 to 10, what grade would you give this lesson? Share it here in the comments, because understanding if this knowledge brought clarity and tools to protect your bones, your health, and your future is fundamental to me. And take the chance to tell me where you are watching this video from. Put the name of your city and state in the comments. I love knowing how far this message of health, hope, and transformation is reaching. Understanding the extent of this movement is inspiring. If you got this far and felt empowered by what you learned, leave the phrase, "Freedom has no price." I want to see this chain of positive energy grow in the comments. And if it's not too much to ask, share this video right now with at least 3 people you love and want to see healthy and living a good quality of life. This information can't be kept just for you. It has the power to transform lives, protect those you love, and yes, even save lives. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Every week there's a new lesson, full of knowledge and natural solutions for you to take care of what you have most precious: your health, your life, and your freedom. To continue this journey of transformation and self-care, I'll leave here on the screen 2 videos I strongly recommend. Watch, absorb, and take another step towards a full and healthy life. A big hug, lots of health, and light on your path. God bless you.